I want to especially thank my old colleague, this time called Isma, veteran in the media. I want to thank you for remembering me. Today, my work is simple. I'm here to moderate a debate about education and its influence to development in developing countries like Uganda. Just to tell you a little about myself, I'm called Eunice Nagwankasiri. I'm a journalist by practice and experience. I head an organization called International Association of Women Radio and Television. It's a global network for women journalists. But I'm a trainer, I'm a communication and media consultant. I've worked with a number of organizations here. But here my responsibility is to integrate my experience and your experience to come up with a better debate and find solutions. I'm glad to be with you, Madam Samuel. I'm glad to be with you, Madam Jennifer. The topic today is education. I don't know whether is your microphone on? The topic today is whether education contributes to development in developing countries like Uganda.
Sure.
We all know that education is a catalyst to human capital development. It's a catalyst to economic growth. It's a catalyst to social development. Despite the quality and the challenges when it comes to access. It is World Bank thinks that in Africa, every year at least 13% of human income in Africa is accelerated by education when it comes to men, and women is 14%. That means it's a central factor when it comes to development. But we know that factually there are challenges when it comes to access and quality. Quality is broad depending on your context of understanding, and also access is also broad. So today we have two major debaters. I'm asking that the audience should not distract the debaters. When you discuss debaters, they're distracted. Tell me when you're ready so that you can proceed. First of all, I need my debaters to first introduce themselves and make positions on their point of discussion. I'll start with Jennifer. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Madam Moderators. My name is Jennifer Frofika, or Jennifer Nakangui, presenter advisor, a beautiful woman that wow. I'm beautiful. Look at me. I'm a mother. Mama Flower. Thank you so much. Yeah. You are most welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm also a student here at UMCAT. Thank you so much for coming.
Hello.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Amoya Patience Sadiu. I'm a student at UMCAT School of Journalism and Mass Communication. And I'm going to be disagreeing with the thing that says, is education helping the development of developing countries? And I literally disagree because of what I will be explaining to you. I don't believe education is really helping the development of the developing countries. Because if it were really helping, we would have already become a developed country as Uganda, because we have many educated people right now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We have some dynamics, some do's and don'ts for the debate. What is going to guide our debate. I will be introducing a question from each of the debaters, then they do their submissions and arguments, then we go to the subsequent questions. So it will be a contention on how you understand education, and how you think the topic befits your own context of education and its influence to development. Putting into context, Uganda. Let me put this together. We are going to use 2 languages. We are going to use both Uganda and English. So be comfortable, and where you don't understand, if you speak in Uganda that you don't understand, ask. But understand the English, you won't understand the English. So let me start with number 1. Please, Madam. Given the context of the setting where we are in an institution of education, and I understand your students from here. Yes. What I want you to give as your opinion submissions. What do you think? What do you understand about structured education from education? What is your understanding of education?
Thank you so much, Madam Moderator. And basically, my understanding, I understand education is a structure through which we all pass through to attain knowledge. And everybody sitting here has attained knowledge. Fenapenda tufunye kumagezi g'okubeera mu class, kyekiyinza otegeranga okusoma kw'okubanga kulifomo. Kwe kuno okusoma kwaleetebwa abazungu ne kuleetera okusoma kwaffe okwedda okubanga kukola ki kuggibwawo, and of which this education has eliminated a law that is supposed to have stayed in ground to see that the world is becoming a bigger and bigger place for all of us to develop in. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Madam Jennifer, your presidential advisor.
Yes.
And the president who you advise thinks education is the engine of development. Gy'okusoma. Buli omu alina okusoma ensi w'egenda okulakulana. Kati mu kapasite eyo njagala otunyonyi okusoma mu kutegeera kw'okuli kiki. Education, what is education?
Thank you so much, Madam Moderator. First of all, I'm a student also. But please, Madam Moderator, first give me a minute to teach those people, the younger people, and many people in the world. Because some people, balina endowooza nti okusoma and language. I want to teach you, language and okusoma is a 2 different things. But people, balina mind, egamba nti okusoma lwe luzungu. There are many people there, balina one question to me. Why you here to be a president's advisor? You know, I think you have that questions of your head.
Yes. How?
But today I'm going to give the answer, but I'm going to teach you. Please get a pen and a book and some paper to write my words.
Sabura.
I understand your question, but I'm going to choose you. I want to tell those people to understand what is education. Okay? Are you ready?
We are ready.
Gasina bakuddamu question, njagala mbaweeyo ekintu kimu. Mu nsi mulimu ebintu bingi, naye I think mwena mumanyi ekintu kibayita appointing a sort. Oba kyosobola okuyita luck, oba abantu abali lucky. But before nga tonaba lucky, oli supposed kola ki? Because oyinza okubeera lucky I'm also lucky. I'm so lucky because even okubeera ku UMCAT is a calling.
Sabula.
Yes.
Do you know why I'm choosing UMCAT? Do you know UMCAT? Where? You go and search for students abasomedeko ku UMCAT. Olabe kye bali mu ggwanga. Ate ogendeko ne ku masomero amalala era osaakingeko ku baana abasomedde ku masomero amalala. That's why I'm choosing UMCAT. My point is, some people mumanyi nti oluzungu kwe kusoma. Okusoma kwanjawulo n'oluzungu. Era muli eyo mulinze my broken English. Every camera look at me like you just wait my broken English. Me, I don't care. I don't mind. That's why I'm here. English is just a language like Luganda, like Arabs, like Swahili, like you know. Some people bagenda ku masomero ngageze kusoma just a language. You get me? But people temuchimanyi. That's why I'm nsabye madam moderator nsokate nange mbasomese some small things. Because there are many peoples in the world abalowooza nti oluzungu kwe kusoma. Naye abantu bangi waliyo n'amasomero nga tegasomesa luzungu by the way. Abamu basoma French, abasoma Swahili, abasoma any languages. Nekireetera abaana abasomye okubeera nga munafuwa mu mind, okubeera nga mwetya, nga mwenyuma because you are speaking to English, but you are poor. You don't have money, you don't have any connection, you don't have a friend, you don't have a favor, you are not a lucky like me. You know? So that's why second, I'm so lucky. I'm a president's advisor because I'm lucky. That's why I'm here. Maybe Nandibadesi government, let me go to UMCAT and take something. Do you know Omani? Maybe senior the Prime Minister or a Speaker of Parliament, maybe the President. You get it?
The President of that country.
That's why Naja UMCAT nyongere kuchenina.
Yeah.
Education has no cost. Some people are complaining, others are never complaining, but education has no cost. That's why even MP or minister even minister of degree. So that's why in section to Jijeo, because everyone you are just waiting. Oh my God, tamani mzungu. I'm not a mzungu. I never feel small because I don't know English. What? That's why I'm here. I'm a student of UMCAT. To get something. Yeah, you're right. You understand? I think education because when Namori, Mobadem panic is just waiting. What? You get it? So thank you so much. I love you so much. I think it'll take a year for devil. Thank you so much, Madam Moderator. Let us to get the point. I think Bambosisa or Kusoma or what debate that we call a nature the choco into Okusoma. Confluence, Tobacco and said as a chapura.
The question was,
Yeah.
Okusinzira ku kutegeera okusoma kiki.
Okusinzira kwe ntegera yange okusoma Education is the key. Education as being everything, I think, education. According to situations, according to way, networking, connection, hobbies and hobbies, cheaper mukusoma. There are many people that don't have any networking. Networking is a source of capital. You are here, omuntu asobola okuba nga teyasoma naye ngaali creative either ng'alina gy'awangalira ng'ali okay naye ng'alina kyamisinga nga talina even hobby over hobbies nga ne bagamba nti mu URA watise emmotoka 10 naye omuntu alina hobby wayinza okuba nga yali mu URA nga yasoma naye ku UMCAT ng'akasuku yali ku next media nasoma naye Joyce bagala MP w'emitiana nakyenjagala okusuubulayo Faida Nakazi bwali ku MPS njagalayo omulimu omwana nga alina kyayagalayo bwe mba nasoma naye ku UMCAT kinyongera okubanga mba nina tinyamukubira mugambe my hobby the word biva mu kusoma nti mu kusoma kuyamba kinene nnyo ensi zaffe ezikyako naffe ng'abantu era nsigala on my conclusion is education is the meaning over education is the key.
Thank you so much, Madam Jennifer. Actually, from your point of language and education, given the context of Uganda, was the dominance of education, knowledge and skills being given out commonly in English. Do you think it's one of the limitations to people accessing education? Do you think it has any impact on how people can access education and how they can use it? And if you think there's a limit, what are the solutions?
Okay, thank you so much, Madam Moderator, for that question. So, dear panel, I would like to inform you that I don't think really English is the real major cause as to why education should be really a limit to us Ugandans or any developing country. Reason being, well, when you look at the people who have attained, she's talking about education, and when you look at the people who have well-attained education, they have gotten jobs to work in countries that are foreign. And these foreign countries, you can't go to a foreign country when you don't know their language, when you don't know a native language that's really going to help you to communicate to the people. We need to know that English to be well informed, because you're going to go to England, people speak English. Your boss is going to address you in English, and then let's say, take a circumstance, you want to know your local language, you know Batakila, so you're going to reply to your boss in Uganda, boss it's going to create language barrier for all of us. So I think we should just adapt this thing of learning English so it can help us to widen our circles, just like she talked about the social capital. The more you know something, the more your circle is widened. So if you know that language, it's going to widen your circle. And even though you know that English, do not hesitate to learn your mother language. This is Uganda, tulibana Uganda, tunomanya olulimi lwaffe fabana Uganda. Wakati wotamanya Uganda unamonya toluzungu. Tosa kumanya luzungu olulimi tolukola ki tolumanyi. Olina obeera nga wekkiriza mu izo nga tewekkiriza nti oli muna Uganda, and you're really proud to be a Uganda. And I'm proud to be a Uganda. Me knowing English does not hesitate me from speaking Uganda. Tetingana kwogera Uganda kubanga lulimi lwange era nino lumanyi. Thank you so much.
But still, the subsequent question to that, we have a place in this country called Katwe.
Yes.
You know Katwe?
Yes, I do.
Do you all people know Katwe?
Yeah.
It is a place, something like that.
Yeah.
Everything you see here can be fabricated in that place. Abantu abasinga abaliyo tebamanyi luzungu. Okujjako nawulira muve Makerere muva ne mugende yayihe, but ffe twawulira nga abantu abaliyo tebamanyi luzungu. So Japan, nina ekimotoka kyange kyevuga kiva Japan. Wano Uganda tewali asobola kikola naye tebogera luzungu. Bugambye abantu bagenda mu Saudi Arabia, for example, bogera lugula. Njagala nga gwe student omumbulire engeri gavumenti gyeyinza okukwasaganya linking languages not as a yardstick of skills and knowledge acquisition but okukikozesa nga an accelerator nga a motivator for people to acquire knowledge. Olowooza gavumenti yakikoze etya okusinziira ku government education system. For example, UMCAT omuleetaana Abasomaliya abatamanyi Luzungu, should they first go through an English course? What do you think government should do to link language and skills acquisition to foster development?
Okay, thank you, Madam Moderator. Nayenga Wembagamiti Oluzungu, it's a language that is actually, when you come to Uganda, English is the official language that was brought by the British. So we just adapt it, not just because it's what you're supposed to adopt alone. When you go to different secondary schools, Amasomela Gamu, Basomeni Minga French, people study German, people are studying a lot of languages. So when you take the initiative for the government, we should just submit it into the government that the government should introduce these languages to different schools. We all need to be educated. To know kumanya iche bigenda maso mawanga, sinchira kubanga anti, it's just because it's what we have to do, but it's something that is going to add impact. Just like you're saying, in some countries they don't speak English. Japan, they don't speak English. Saudi, they just speak their Arabic. So when we bring this into us Ugandans in these different schools, netuyiga luno ennimi zaabwe ez'enjawulo kituyambako nti tabaawo language barrier. Kale kufa abasomako ku history twali tumanyi nti back in the days walingawo language barrier kubanga baali tebazimanyi nnimi, naye kati Uganda etandise ekyuka, even education system egeze ekyuka nti osanga amasomero agamu basoma German, they learn the Latin. It's something that is really, really interesting, and I think the government has already tried to adopt that, maybe to some schools that have failed to do so.
So, Jennifer,
Yes.
do you think government should bring language as a subject, not as a channel of communication? For example, when you're doing your radio and TV production, you can do it in Uganda, okay. So you can be taught how to operate a camera or edit in Uganda, and you can do it. But the standard is English. So do you think that if the government came up and said, you can study a skill in your language, but also take a subject to learn Swahili, to learn English, to learn French, do you think that would help to increase skills acquisition and translate the skills into development activities?
Yes, I think that would really be helpful because as you speak right now, it has helped. When you look at us Uganda, there are some schools that are majorly developed in studying German. They teach people German, and when these people study German, they get the chance to go outside in the German countries, and then they're able to help out. And this is also helping us Uganda as a country. It's not only helping German, but as Uganda as a country, we are getting social capital, just like she said. If we take this initiative to adopt these languages, tugenda fukana fe ensi eyamaanyi esingako nekweza ensi kubanga kati nga mwogedde nti ensi it's about who you know, who you are, and with whom you are with. So let's take the opportunity to learn these languages so that we can not only develop ourselves but also the country.
Thank you so much. Madam Jennifer, back to you. You started with a point of knowledge, information to the us all that language is not education. But you as Jennifer, if you're studying this week, you don't guarantee to whoever you're going to talk to is in Uganda. Si buli muntu kugenda okugenda kashi Muganda. Abaami n'abakyala ab'ekatwe ebintu ebyo bagula, mulimu abakyolya bagula, mulimu abawala, mulimu abaki. Kati njagala omuwulire, what do you think government should do okuyamba abantu bano abalina ebintu byebamanyi mu bikolwa mu mitwe okusobola okucommunicatinga n'abantu abalala kubanga oluzungu ba colonizers bwe baatuka bakole batya okusobola okulinkinga language ate tebatula mu class ya bulijjo. Gavumenti ekola ki okusobola okugyawo nti kyakijja kulemesa okutunda mubatogera luzungu era nti abantu balemenga kukulanginga abantu okusinziira ku language. Olowooza gavumenti yalikoze etya okugyawo omwandu?
Thank you so much, Madam Moderator. Firstly, I thank President Museveni because President Museveni, as a president, akoze buli kintu ekisoboka buli system agitaddewo to every nasi. Tulina sectors nyingi nnyo, tulina eza scaling abantu basomerayo. There are many sectors ezisobola okuyamba omuntu. Even okusoma kwennyini yakwongeramu ne bakukyusaamu ne bateekawo okusoma mature entry kwegamba accordingly to situation. Njagala muna Uganda ndaba obeere ng'ofumiitiriza nnyo. Some people njogedde ku language naye ffe tugenda tubeera wano tusuula ebintu e China nga twogera ne mu China nga tamanyi Luzungu tamanyi Luganda naye n'ategeera ky'oyagala. Byonna ebyo biva mu kusoma. Education. Some people bamanyi nti okweducating omuntu. Let me tell you something. Abantu bamanyi nnyo n'okukyalenjinga abaana abagende bw'eggwanga. Bakadamu. Teri mwana agenda bweru w'eggwanga nga tamaze kusoma. That's why babajja ne mu byalo ne bamala omwezi mulamba nga babasomesa. Nga babeducatinga. Even your kid at home, bw'ozaala omwana oyiga omuteeka ku bbeere kuba kusoma. Even omwana wo atandika okutambula omuwa olweyo n'omuyigiriza okwera. Era wonna osomesa muntu. Njagala otwale ekyokusoma ng'ekyomuwendo oba ekisumuluzo ekigula obulamu mu nsi. Omuntu asome tabanga atasomye. That's why naffe tukomawo ne tusoma nga tuli bakulu. Maybe nandibadde sula mu class with my young kids. Naye olaba nga even a language saga tufokasinge ku language. That's why natandise ne language. Abavubuka bangi bali mu buddu bw'endowooza. Some Muslim man said, emancipate yourself from a mental slavery. They are many besibidde mu buddu. Ne bw'olaba ensi ezikulabula like China teboogera Luzungu. German parliament zitula mu nnimi zaabwe. Naye gwe olina kye weekwatiddemu. Even last akadukano akawedde. Some people aboogera Oluzungu balumba muzeeyi. Nga bagala kumuinfluencinga nti bo bali different to another. Muzeeyi n'agamba no, sisobola kukola mistake. Kubanga kubola nga bo bamulaga nti bo bamanyi nnyo Oluzungu. You get? Njagala okugamba omuntu yenna, even you younger brothers and sisters, nti success and fair based on reason and reality. Repeat it. Yeah. I want to tell you, the young people, even me nalikuwa mto, even your mother yali mto, even your father, even President Museveni, even Mama Janet yalikuwa mto ngagwe. But let me tell you something, one thing. Success and fair based on reason and reality. Some people musoma. I have an examples. There are many. I'm going to give you examples. I have a youngest rich man in the town. I think you know. Mumumai. Yeah. Thank you so much. Amis Chitondo is the one youngest man. Muchiboga. Naye before ngatanajja mu kibuga twalinawo abasajja betwogerako nga bakirumira Great Weather, Yanga, Kitandre, BMK, Sevana, you get? Kane wankubadde abamu baddayo ne bongera kuyigirize. Naye lwaki Ajamis yajja n'abeera popular nnyo mu Natal? Because yali asomye nnyo. Ali specialist kubo. She's a doctorate. Naye kye yasoma si kyakola. yasoma naye ye lawyer, doctor, whatever. Naye some people mwine ekintu kyemwesigama ddala bayufu n'ogamba nze nasoma bwa lawyer, I'm supposed to be a lawyer only. I don't want to know. Ne bakuleetera omulimu, no. I'm a lawyer. Gumpa sente mmeko. Please wake up and open your mind. Because you are still ogenda kubeera nga weesinga enguddu w'endowooza, wasting a time. You're supposed to focus. Olina okulaba ensi nga bw'etambula. No focusing nga generation zijja dikyuka. Ensi ekyuka. Twalinanga airtime nga tutakula mutakule. Ng'okakuuta wooti. Newe okambuza kati mu mpaka kati simanyi gye sikyamanya okafaanana. Twali ku masimu gakapeesa katuseereza buseereza. Omuntu yalinyanga ennyonyi ogenda okusuubula e Dubai obeera wanotumya ebintu ne bituuka. Lwaki? Bw'ojja n'osoma weeyongerako ebintu bingi. Bw'ojja n'osoma olaba ebintu bingi nga tobiraba nga bw'obadde obiraba. Moderator waffe ayogedde ku bantu ab'ekatwe. Bakola amasepiki, bakola amajiiko, bakola biki. Yes, babikola good and well. But balina marketing. Do you have a marketing? Do you know a marketing? Ogenda biguzana. Toyina katale. Because tosobola kugenda kuvumbula katale gye kali. Olw'ensonga nti teweeyongeddeeko nnyo kusukkuluma kumanya nti bwe mmala obbikola mbiguza baki. Bwe mmala okuderivalinga kino kigenda luddawa. Omuntu eyasoma essaawa yalo ne waba atunda muzigo mu kikubo mwe bali bakola bizinesi zaabwe bali mu maduuka mwe mulowooza agabataasoma. Amanyi kyasuula nga kimuwa, amanyi kyasuula nga kimusala. Omuntu ataasoma akeera ku makya n'afumba omunaanansi n'amala n'ayiwa ebikuta. Omuntu eyasoma amanyi nti ebikuta birina value addition. So, nze kyensobola okubagamba as me, that's why I'm here. Maybe sanyumaddewo because ntambutensi, I have a money, I have mans. What are you laughing? I'm beautiful. Sanga weesigama ku kufumintiriza. Nga weesigama okulabira ku basajja nga ba Amis Kigundu. Nga you have ne examples. Nti essaawa ya leero onalibona Santegese Bagala si tumwogerako. Naye remembrance ze singa katwa tusonga ku bizimbe bye tusonga kali yaye yali nene. You know? Naye oyinza okunoonya legacy ye. Even right now, singa oba you get okama njagala kinchogera okitegeere. Tulina wana abasajja like example nga Mr. Wavamuno Warren. Y'omu ku basooka okukola TV mu ggwanga. Yatuusa Benz. I think ayina sente zimmala according to situation gy'ayitamu. Naye era still yaddayo n'asoma. Why? Why? Because education is the key. It's the end.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you for stressing the points of reading seasons. Coming back to number one, I'm told you're here doing a course in radio and television.
Yes, television production.
Television production. Okay, now institutions like UMCAT have offering those courses. Not necessarily to people who are coming from senior 6, senior 4, but if you have a skill, just as Jennifer. Yes, here I heard that she was doing a course in the university, Media University, the dynamics in radio and television production. That's what I heard. So, do you think these institutions like UMCAT are doing enough publicity to make people who are out there, who have a skill, but have never gone through formal structured education, but they would love to come and get the education? Jennifer is talking about that it adds value. You know, even when you're good at something, your legacy becomes more traceable when you get this formal education. That where you have a skill and you can't, she said, like they can tell people marketing could be so hard because you don't know who you're going to sell to. Like the people who can't do their business plans and strategy. So, do you think these institutions like UMCAT are doing enough to tell people out there that there is an opportunity, come and take it? And you who is doing this course, how do you think it's going to change you and become an ambassador of the same product to the public way?
Okay, Madam Moderator, thank you so much for the question. So, I think these institutes are really doing a great job. They're doing something big that the world isn't really getting to know. Because when you look very well in the past years, there was an assumption that the government had to eliminate people who are having certificates and the diplomas because they feel like they're not really qualified for studies or for jobs that are really working. But I feel like these people are qualified because by the time you take those 2 years, no tula muchibina no soma, the knowledge you're getting of agamagezi goli kufuna gagenda kuga sensi, gagenda kuga sabwe nabwe na buli omu. Nekati obuzibu tuli kufuna buno. Nti omuntu agenda kujja, agenda kufuna agamagezi, agenda manya nti nina kusoma kino nti television kitegeeza kino. They're only going to know the definitions and they're not going to know how to act it. That's the problem that we're having in secondary schools and the curriculum right now in Uganda. Nti omwana agenda mu kibiina amanyi nti ngenze kusoma. Yes, agenda soma, agenda vayo another 20 points, ayina byonna. Naye they do not have the skills that they're supposed to use to make themselves great in the world. Having the books and everything is not really enough. What we need right now are skills. How are you going to use the books okwegata? Ebitabo byolina ogenda kusota okugatta ku ggwanga Uganda. Bw'otunya obulungi statistics, Uganda Bureau of Statistics, egamba nti 58.2% graduates are unemployed. Why is that? They have the books, but they have failed to put what they have learned in the books into action. That's why these institutions are coming in and they're helping on what will not be done. So far, for the time I've studied at UMCAT, I'm a new student. I think this is my year 5 year at UMCAT. But the fact that UMCAT has given me the platform to come and present myself to the world with a presidential advisor, many people of my tribe have not got the chance to do so. That is what we are talking about. So what they not call in theory, because into practice, right now I'm practicing. In the next 10 years, I'm going to also be one of the great TV personalities that I'm going to have. You get? So that is why these institutions need to really be invested in by the government. We need to take our call to the government. Government ne institute system quality, JZE, zetaga okuyamba kwanga zikola ekintu kinene nnyo. Tosobola kugamba mwana nti agenda soma okubeera TV producer ng'ate takwata makoko kamera. It can't happen. You can't become a good TV producer that you've not been to a studio. Yes, schools are teaching people to become doctors, journalists, I want to become a lawyer. Nengo genda soma kubeera lawyer, senior 6, but you've not been to a debate to know how you're going to win a case. You've not been to a studio to know how to win a case. But these institutes are really doing a great job. They're really helping out with education.
Thank you. Namoya, njagala kuyomba question. Kiki ekyenjawulo ekiri ku UMCAT? Lwaki wajja ku UMCAT? And kiki olowooza nti ogenda kufuna? Because there are so many other institutions where is it the best place where you can get short course and get skills? What is that extra factor that you think UMCAT is offering that other people get? And how do you think UMCAT can put the world what they are doing so that other people know where to get this skills?
Okay, thank you so much for that question. Personally, I chose UMCAT because I've had UMCAT many times. I have my sister, I have my friends that have passed through UMCAT and have really become something great out there in the world of television production and media. So choosing UMCAT isn't a bad decision, but it's one of the best decisions. You know, before you go for life, you must know what you're going for. Or you know, ngenda kuli n'essomero, naye n'essomero ligenda kuntwala wa. Waliyo amasomero mangi agasobola okuwa all the services weetaaga okumanya kiki bakola mu TV production. Naye lwaki oba weetaaga okulonda essomero nga lirina status, nga lirina foundation. A good foundation is the beginning of everything. Twins a Zimba foundation, you're from a school that is not really giving, and then you think you're going to also build the best foundation of this world. So UMCAT gives you a great foundation, and I don't need to really say that it gives you, but there are examples of many people who are going through UMCAT and they become something great. Let me talk about, I have my friend, she's called Helen's Mentor. She's from UMCAT. She's a media personality at Sanika Television with Next Media. And I also have she's my auntie, Rita Kalia at Soul Media. She's from UMCAT. But they have made it out in the media. There is UMCAT. He's out there, Caroline Maka. They're really something in the media world because of UMCAT. So before we, even in our normal life, nga tetunnatunulira kiki kyetwagala, leka tulabe nga gye tugenda okufuna ekyo kyetwagala kituwera ddala ekintu ekigenda okuba nga kitugattako. Yes.
Thank you for emphasizing that point of social network. Thank you so much. Madam Jennifer, back to you. Lwaki walonda UMCAT? Lwaki olowooza UMCAT nekigenda? Kiki ekyo olowooza nti olina?
Thank you so much, Madam Moderator. Lwaki not choosing UMCAT? I have reason why. Ndabyeko many students on the UMCAT. Nobody participates in knowledge. One, UMCAT means of a normal reason. Two, the solace our knowledge. According to Waiza, the one Kachene, I was passing around at the parliament. That's why I chose UMCAT. Secondly, njagala nnyo ekintu ekimpembirembe. Baprofesa bali ku UMCAT bawa emirembe because boogerezeganya naawe some problems tulina abazadde obaana babibo tebamanyi kye baagala. N'abazadde abamu basindika abaana mu masomero nga tebamanyi baana baabwe kye baagala. Ng'abaana baabwe si bafurendi baabwe ne babakaka maybe okusoma ebintu bye batali suppose oba bye batayagala. Wesanga omwana omukaka abeere dokita ng'omwana ayagala kubeera lawyer. Era egenda okutedde agenda okwenga nga ye teyali suppose kubeera ekyo kumama ky'omukazi because tewamuwa mikwano gye. UMCAT baprofesa batusomesa mikwano gyaffe kitwogerezeganya nabo bamanya bw'owulira bamanya kikyoyagala exactly nekibafokasingako tebakukaka bintu biso. That's why I'm here. Era nebaza nnyo Professor Ismail Nkonge, the one of my teacher, omulungi afaayo okumanya kiki n'embeera gyendimu. Some people kati nga ffe abantu abakulu tulina businesses tuba ne stress. Wazeyo oba omwana akoze era oba omukozi n'ojja mu class either nga olina something naye ye okuba professor atutumira n'amanya. So that's why I choose UMCAT. Ne mu sounding. Bw'oyogera nti ogi wange oba obi wange UMCAT networking n'abagambye networking zezimu kusosoka njakuba ne bwe nasoma naye either ne UMCAT waliwo abasoma nebyo sibaagala nina njagala kusubula mu mitiyana Zambali kati afisa MP nasana nayo kyenjagala neŋŋamba nti nani baani yasoma ne Zambali yali ku UMCAT nange ndi ku UMCAT bagamba nti tujja mu buli kaseera tubeerawo ne babeerawo ne bagenda naye abagenda ate babeerako era bebaleeta bajja okubuuza nti gundi waliku omukati mwaka kumubuuza mbaali omumanyi sobola okwogera nyo so kyekimu that's why I choosing our omukati.
But from your point about from what you said, I got not the reproducing, the way, the structure of giving skills and knowledge in UMCAT is so friendly and accommodating.
Exactly.
But olowooza erimu ku nsonga ku bantu abakulu abatafundisa mu kilasi zaabwe kyo yemu ku nsonga ebalemesa genda mu bibiina baddemu basomola okuba balowooza nti tewali kusomera egenda kawo omwaka kusoma okusinzira ku mpamvu zaabwe.
Yeah, I think some people naddala abantu abakuzeemu babeera n'embeera like ziwandiisa oba entongo oba okubeera nga beetya abamu tebamanyi kye baagala era yemu ku problem gyetulina mu ggwanga Uganda nti abantu abasinga tebamanyi kye baagala. Gavumenti evaayo ne baterawo structures esobola okwongerako abantu ne babagamba oba temuzigendamu abantu ne batafaayo kumanya ziri luddawa zikola ki nina kutandika tokendayo. Ekyo kyakufumiitiriza mu bulamu omuntu yenna olina okuba nga ofumiitiriza kyekimu ku by'omuwendo ebisukunya omuntu naniwakubadde obeera osoma fumiitiriza focus manya kyoyagala. Abantu abakuba abasinga beetya abalala balina entondo naye nga ate bandibadde baagala okugenda ku masomero okweyongerako because tulina problem mu nsi nti omuntu atasomye oba omuntu ataasoma ebintu bingi nnyo byamisinga mu bulamu. Ensi ekyuse even lawyer oba omulamuzi asobola okusamuningira ku ssimu tewasoma weetaaga okuyita yasoma akuyambeko. Omuntu atasoma taba na secrets naye oba okola ndagaano ya kyapa oba okulataka oba okola ki olina okwetaaga eyasoma ataba kuwandiikire maybe yeetekene ku ttaka lyo zezenkana zolaba mu bajjajjaffe abattanga omukaaga ne basala omusaala. Era bwe tusoma bwe tulaba leadership developments tulabamu ba President Museveni abazze olw'okuba nti baasoma. Bw'osoma ku leadership developments eziriwo ba presidents abaliwo oluvannyuma lwa Uganda okubeera mu ntalo 96 79 entalo zize zibeerawo awo nga bapresidenti bajja babeerawo muzimanyi nti olw'okuba nti tebaali bayigize kimala Uganda afunako ku lutalo ne Tanzania olwali obuzibu nnyo batuze emabega olw'ensonga nti pulezidenti yaliwo nga mulungi naye olw'okuba nti yatasobola kwerekereza n'afuna okusomooza nga pulezidenti Nyerere omwaka olutalo olwazayo olumu olwatuzaako emabega. So omuntu eyasoma alina ebintu byeyerekereza aba nekyokufiibwa. Abantu bangi bo tebafaayo mufiiriddwa ki. Sobola okuwa example twalinawo omwami bamuta Samuna Mukama yamuwadde omukisa ng'era alina n'ebyo ng'ayamba agata ku nsi yaffe naye waliwo ng'era omulaba byakola mwena mumanyi naye olw'okuba nti nno yali tagenze nnyo wala yayingira mu lutalo olukosa bannayuganda abamu ddala abali bakolera ebuwe abandi bakozesa ebintu bye kuba ne tubeera nga omuntu atasomye ebiseera ebisinga otambula odda mabega kyotaafunamu kyonaafunamu niwoolonda ssente omala gazitalaafiya tuli mbiseera za valentine osuula niigiina teri agenda gula niigiina ku valentine kugamba nti njagala okugamba nti education is paramount. Even leadership developments President Museveni bwe yatukwatamu nga yasoma. That's why mulaba eggwanga lyaffe tugenda mu myaka 40 tewali lutalo. Why? because yasoma amanyi wakwata omuntu, amanyi wakwata abavubuka kubana yali omuvubuka, amanyi wakwata abanyize n'abayumba, amanyi wa handling abantu ab'oluzungu n'abatali baluzungu naye nga bagezi, amanyi the way. Nina omukisa nti ntulako n'abantu abo nebaza Katonda. One day naliko ne Jerusalem service and mbadde naye wano era nanyumizako kyalo Mr. Ismail Mkombe. Naga nali ne Jerusalem sale nanyumiza nti oluvannyuma lw'okulwana olutalo bawangula bamubwa obwa minisita. Naye waaliwo abakayana nti sale talina teyasoma ebitabo bye tebimala. Muzeeyi namugamba genda okwatera naki nkola gy'okoze obadde hard working ng'owambi n'okuwanga kwata by'okwata obigatte bikolofayinga okubeera minisita. Naye nabasigala abamu nga bakayana. Yalina amaanyi agasobola okutuulawo, yalina amaanyi agasobola okugenda mu minisitule ne batamugaana. N'olwokuba nti yali afumitiriza ng'alaba future, yaddayo e Nakasongo n'asoma era ngamba yatuula n'omwana gwe bayita Josephine. Because era alengedde future, omuntu eyasoma aba ne future ne baba tannafuna mulimu. Naye anytime any day omulimu gwe gubeera gujja. Omuntu atwasoma n'osanga kapande nga balanze omulimu gwo oba togumanyi nti nyingira wano. Omuntu eyasoma balanga omulimu ng'ebitabo bibadde awo emyaka 10 obeera kushuwa wini because any day any time bagenda langa omulimu ogenda okufuna. Omuntu eyasoma abasajja abamu abasomye wano mu ggwanga Uganda oba abeeyogeddeko be basobodde okukola developments mu ggwanga lyaffe lwa nsonga ti omuntu eyasoma osobola okukola factories n'ozinaninga, omuntu eyasoma obeera osobola okuliyetinga emirimu ate ne gistandinga. Omuntu atasoma ne okuliyetingawo ekintu kibeera kyakaseera buseera. Totunuulira future kubanga oba tolina histories, tolina you don't have any omuntu atasoma obeera awo ng'ebyo tebigatta bulungi n'omukisa obulamu ekizibu. So nze mbakubira omulanga gwonna nga tuli mu debate, Madam Moderator, abazadde mwenna abalina abaana abaana abato abali mu baby classes, abakyali mu primaries, mutwale abaana mu masomero nga temwekaanya, mutwale abaana mu masomero nga temulina kye mutunuulidde, mutwale abaana mu masomero nga mulina kye musuubira. Mulekerawo okweraba nga abalekebwawo ng'olina ebitabo. Omuntu alina ebitabo, even abaana bemwogerako bakadamba teri mwana agenda bweyo nga teyasoma. Bajja kuwa ekyuma ky'engoye ekyopaletinga nga tokimanyi. Togenda fumbira muwala mu bintu by'otamanyi. Olina kubanga wasoma era abo abaana basoma. By the way, let me tell you something. Wano ng'oggyeko tourism n'emmwanyi, abantu abali mu diaspora workers bebamu akyasinza okuweta wano sente okufandinga wano sente. Even ife mu Uganda tulina Abamerika nga bakolera wano nga batwala sente bwabo. Even Abachina n'Abachina bali wano. Kwegamba nti ensi nga wasoma wooviira wantu n'owoova n'ogenda mu Amerika oba kushuwa wini nti ogenda funa omulimu. Ne w'otandika okukoloma nawe bwagwa bwakusiimuula. Anytime era omulimu ogenda okulaba nga baguwanise. Kubanga omanyi okusoma osobola okusoma ogenda omulimu gwange baguwanise waliwo eguli n'ogenda.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. I think you all understand, agree that these two moderators, these two debaters agree that education is important, despite the problems we have. I just want Namoya to conclude, maybe to give me a few, one of your second last actually, before we go to the audience, maybe the audience has something to say about education. I just want you to tell us, you as a young girl at your age, this is an era of social media. The phones we have in our hands is captured, but depending on how you use it and mix it, what do you think people of your age should do in a situation where there are institutions like UMCAT? What do you think they should do to be able to capitalize on gadgets they have in their hands and the time and the other resources they have in their hands, to be able to elevate beyond just showing off, but earning money and also developing skills? What do you think should be done?
Thank you so much, Madam Moderator, and to our audience and my colleagues on the other hand. what I think about the media and the internet and the phone use gadgets, first allow me, enlighten people about the use of phones and a phone as a self as a gadget. So recently people think that the gadget is the cause of this misuse and then the misbehavior of children or even adults themselves. But personally, zenazo omuntu ndowooza nti wenga omuntu wekuma weka. And how do you keep yourself to be in line with what you're supposed to do? Or you know, making sure nti however much wenga omuzadde olina emisomo ofuna essimu, the child, yes, there is an age where a child is not supposed to have a phone. But the child is going to reach the age in the yet at essimu, and the era is changing. We are right now using the internet, we're using the media platforms to be able to be educated. What can you do to see that your child uses the phone in the right way? Introduce your child to things that are going to add value to them. Introduce your child to media platforms. Zenganze, I have my role model on media, Oprah Winfrey. She's one of the best presenters that the world has. Now, how did I know Oprah? I had a phone. I took the time to search about Oprah. I knew her history. I knew how she managed to conquer and become what she is right now. As the people close at internet, again, it's about your mindset. Set your mind, but how am I going to use the phone? Set up institutes like UMCAT, an institute that is going to help you add value of yourself throughout the media. You can even start a blog and you start informing people about different things. Right now we are here, but there are bloggers. There are bloggers out there who are capturing what they're capturing and they're going to use them on their platforms to inform people about the education. When that we're going to, you have to use your phone as an effect. Basically, the era that we look at is similar to as your income source. Work at you again an office and then you find a job. Why should you become a job seeker when you can become a job creator using your phone? Use your phone, start whatever you can start on the media. You start your YouTube channel because monthly you can be paid 400,000. I know someone I know who works at KSTV. Then guy in YouTube channel in 2018. Right now he has 26 point something K and he's paid 400,000 every month. Just grow the YouTube channel without even a TikTok. So it's upon you as a person, set your goals, set your path, and you get the money, you get what you want, but in all, kulembeza Katonda. Kubanga byonna bijja kukola naye ekintu ekitali Katonda tekisobola tambula mu line yo. You're going to do everything, but God must be your number one.
But in just a subsequent question, what was institutions, government, have they done enough to take advantage of these platforms, of like the social platforms, and the continuous development in technology innovations? There was one country I was in, for example, to attract these girls and boys on social media, because everybody has a phone, but they need skills. How do you think they should do to reach them? And because you're a short-course student, I want you to think in a way, how do you think these other people can be able to access short courses? And how should an institution like UMCAT come up with such a program so that these people can still do whatever they're doing, but they're conveniently getting skills and knowledge? That is education, taking advantage of the technological developments and the social media. Can we go ahead?
Yes.
So basically, Zengaze knows that institutes okutambuzamu the media platforms of Bangazigena Maso, it's by opening up online studies, and which I believe UMCAT has done. They have online studies. You choose what you want. You either choose to be a physical student or an online student, and it's already into progress. Katigwenga gwe olina tunulia mu schedule no labanti Zengaze naliagadde osoma kino naye nkikunyeeta. How am I going to get it? Take your time, look it up on the media and on the internet. You're going to go there and do this. As I've said, passion leads everything. You can't come to do media when you don't want media. All you have to do, know what you're passionate about. You can even be on the internet, you can be on TikTok, but all you do is just advertise your clothing shop, advertise your perfume shop. Like, let's use media as a source of our job generating income. when you use the media very well, you're going to really attain from it very well. Because right now, as we speak, we have many businesses that are running online. When you look at blogger Kasuku, he was on some television stations, but right now you see him concentrating on his YouTube channel. He's now on his YouTube, but he gains money from it. Ajifuna musente, jokoma okole chintu, and giving it time is the more you're going to get from something. Do not start your YouTube channel just today at all. That one aim. No, everything needs time. Joko mochiwo budde, give it your passion. My teacher ga wobo yagala kugenda ku internet kutunda ngo egendo tundengo ezo through internet ofuna ba online customers omuntu ajja kola order ye nengo osobola mutukako. And the institutes, let's keep up with the online schooling. Omwana berenga asobola n'okusoma newankubadde nga tali within campus. Nenga ne wakasobola kola ki asobola better engage with the studies and everything.
Thank you, my betters. If there is anybody in the audience who wants to submit anything before they make their closing remarks, do you have anybody? Do you think so?
Any question?
Any question? Okay, madam.
No microphone. Talk.
Good afternoon, everyone. I stand to be corrected. The motion was talking about education being the root success, and she was supposed to say education is not the root success, right? I hope I got the motion right.
No, it wasn't a class debate. It was a topical debate.
Yeah, was
Like a topical debate where you submit your opinion according to the subject and make the consensus on the subject, not opposing proposing. No.
okay. Me, my understanding. But was that the right thing?
Yeah, the point, the topic is the contribution of education to development in developing countries. So you set your own opinion and you substantiate it and give us a forum. It's a topical discussion.
Topical discussion. I did not really get her side of it.
It's not about winning. Who wins?
Not winning. I'm not saying winning. How can I say it? At some point, in my understanding, it felt like what she was saying is very similar to hers. I did not really see much difference. So in this last minute, I think she gives a difference because she's literally speaking echoing her statements. I don't know whether it's or she can stretch it that we understand. It feels like she's echoing what she has said.
Actually, she has made a lot of points. In the summary, I would be able to summarize them for you. Because from her submission, she believes that, for example, for anybody to be able to, for example, she was talking about linking classroom skills to reality. Class is a completely different thing. But when after here, can you go out and live the reality market demand skills that you've got? Can you translate them into something that is practical? That is one of the things she was talking about. You can go to class, you can do so many things, but whatever you do and you can't translate it into something tangible, it's useless. The other thing she talked about was let me talk about her last point. You know, taking the advantage of the social media developments and the technological innovation, you should be intentional when you're using it. Because the skills that you get from social media are elaborate. And the institutions like UMCAT are offering even more diversity on how you can acquire education. And also talking about being able to every time add on your skills, regardless of your time, of your age, and also the modes of interaction and networking, how the educators are able to interact with people so that they can give opportunities like you to be comfortable in coming take up a course. From my summary, those are the things we're talking about.
All right.
That The reason even why you take this course is because the institute gives you the opportunity to fit into your program and you don't feel out of place. Work it is your teachers' understanding.
Yeah.
So I want you to give your final remarks. First of all, by telling UMCAT how else can they do it so that other people like you get an opportunity to come to class.
Yes.
What are the gaps that they need to improve so that people can get an opportunity to also get the skills. And also call to other people. Abetia, Aveyo, Jensen.
All right. Thank you so much, Madam Moderator. Thank you so much, everyone. Kyensobola okwogerako oba okusharinga ne bannayuganda mwenna, youth, abantu abavubuka n'abakulu. Life is full of a challenge. There are many challenges in life. But please, at least mindset change. Come and change your mind. Oyinza okuba nga weerabanga eyakoma nga ky'olina olabanga ekimala. But education no cost. N'obulamu bwe buli. Essaawa yonna ofuna omukisa nga nze gwe nafuna okubeera president's advisor. Abantu abatono nnyo bato balina omukisa ogwo n'olaba nange yagufuna nva ne ngamba no nga saasoma ate bwe mba nasoma kitegeeza nsobola okukola prime minister as the next president oba speaker of a parliament. Those are nange byentunuulira right now. Those are ILAC nange zenjagala okubeeramu wadde nga ndi mu ILAC. So mbakubiriza okwekkiririzaamu okuba ne confidence mu obuteetya. Some people beetya. Obulamu bulinga bizibu, ekizibu tebakidduka. Banoonya solution oba okusolvinga problem. Ne wodduka ekizibu n'ogenda mu America, kyo tekidduse tekivuddeyo. Kijja kulinda oba kikulondoole still. Kibanga kutta muntu n'odduka mu ggwanga, bajja kulinda oba bajja kunona. That's life. So please, wake up. Mufune confidence. Mwejjemu okwetya. Mwongere ku kumanya kwe mwina. Okuyiga tekukoma. Ne ba prime minister baddayo ne basoma. Aba presidents baddayo ne basoma. Basoma ebitabo. Basoma amawulire ne bagogolera ku basajja. You get chance. Ne obanga okola olina ssente otambula ensi kyekiseera ofuneyo sometime ojje ku UMCAT bajja kwandolingera nga ggwe oba oli mugagga oba oli mukyalo oba oli mwana oba oli mukulu era balina time yo gye bakuwa ne bamanya bwe bakukwata. Ekyo kiri ku UMCAT wokka okwandolinga omuntu nga bw'ali. Some people abamu beetya simanyi luzungu n'agenda nta mu baana abato. UMCAT erina teasing. That's why I'm sitting with my kid. This girl like my kid. Now I'm okay. I'm feeling okay. I'm so lucky to sit with my kid. Abalala kyebatya oba oli kyeyonyoomeramu. Singa tunejjamu okwenyooma n'okufumintiriza ennyo obulamu bujja kutwanguyira. There are many people mbalaba ku social media balina numbers. Naye nga abulamu ekintu kitono nnyo nti singa ajja ku UMCAT nasoma journalism. Nasoma media n'agitegeera. Nsobola nti okwandolinga abatanjagala n'abanjagala. Nze nebaza teacher wange Mr. Ismail Nkonge, professor. Akinjijemu.
ekyagenda kinjamu era I don't care right now ndoza munda I don't care nobojja kupajja ngeno nvuma I think era kugamba you can it's not your audience you can use another audience I think byenjoge kuba yakinsomesa togenda kukyawa abantu bonna togenda kunyigira abantu bonna that's life abantu batta Yesu ng'awonya abalwadde afuula ennyanja ekyennyanja kimu akifuula topanikinga na batakwagala please baleke banoonya another audience maybe gwe atabalabikidde ekyo kye baagala ate next time ojja kulabika nga kye baagala olw'ensonga nti w'osoma ebyo byonna obimanya abaana balina numbers ku social media abalala bali mu makomera abalala bagenze mu makomera bazadde babe bakaba because tebayitako ku UMCAT kumanya kusoma journalism kumanya media erimu sectors nyingi nzaba bansomesa there are many sectors boyina okwandolinga abantu boyina influencing bingi naye olwokuba nti tosobodde kweyongerako bakujja oponti togikozesa kyova olaba nti omu kuba asomera wano nga Kasuku ye amanyi wa handlinga abantu mu kusaaga mu lwali kyova olaba nti yatalina na misango talina na bamuwala nanyo era numbers ezimuwe ssente already ye buli month abeera asasulwa so byebimu bye tulina okwongerako okumanya mu kuyiga nti tolina kufokasinga ku kyewasoma kyokka ate tolina kuva ku kusoma byonna ebyo byeyunira asomye nti oba n'emikisa 99 ku 100 okukola peeji nga wasoma ogiandolinga otya okusigala nga estandinze nga tekwetedde bizibu ate ng'ofuna baclient ate nga ekusasula bikolebwa yasoma so mbakubiriza omulanga nti bakulu bannanga abaliyo abandi tazofuna another chances kino kyabuntu kyakufumintiriza nabagambye nti reason as the world masterpiece okufumintiriza ekyomuwendo kyakufumintiriza nti ndi wano naye singa neyongerako nja kubeerawa abantu mube n'ebiruubirirwa mube ne dream mube n'ebirooto mube ne focus osobola okujja wano ku UMCAT tuli wano Makerere kumpi asotuka mu bitaala bya Bakuli ebukesa n'okkirira ku katono babeerawo okuba nga bakwerokaminga ne bakubuulira biki ebyetaagisa omuntu waayimiridde atya ali atya ani gwoyagala gye even abaana kati bakoze senior 4 senior 6 nga sente tunazifuna ezeyongerayo omwana muleete wano abeeko ate nekyayongerako maybe newono omuzaayo atajja kuba ayina kyakuguse so nze ndirako okuba nga ndi ku UMCAT ate I'm so happy. Thank you so much Madam Moderator na mwenna ababadde mu debate yaffe oba mu discussion entubebaziza nnyo mwebale kubeerawo okuba nga ate musharinga naffe mind n'okulaba nga tweyongerayo. Nina obutabo obuno nja kuba waakaba n'abasobodde musobole okusomako okwongera omanye abaami bano be bamu ku be tuyigirako okusobola okulaba nga tufumintiriza nnyo okweyongerako biki bye bayiseemu ne be balabye mu nsi kuba bo balabye naye olaba nti bakyafaayo naffe okusharinga nabo mind zitongereko ne musomero so nebaza nnyo Ajamis Kigundu y'omu ku bampa omukisa ogudda ku ssomero nebaza nnyo Pastor Alozias Bujingo y'omu ku bandeeta ku ssomero nebaza nnyo President Museveni y'omu ku baŋŋamba nzire ku ssomero nebaza nnyo General Mozi Kanerugaba yampa omulimu mu Uganda Airline naŋŋamba nzireyo nsome nebaza nnyo omukulu Nyombi Tembo akulira UCC y'omu era ku bandeeta wano so nebaza nnyo abampa opportunity n'abayogera nange kino kyakufumya nti ate kyakutegeera era kyabuntu okuddayo n'oyongera ku kyoyina nakugambye nti education has no cost. Osobola okwongerako ate nekiyamba gwe abaana n'abazzukulu. So temuggwamu ssuubi lya kusoma. Omuntu asomye wanjawulo nnyo nnyo ku muntu atasomye. Omuntu asomye aba n'emikisa 99 okubaako ne kyatuukako. Kyova ne wabeera wa myaka 6 era balanga omulimu gwe ajja ne bamuyita nga atagwina n'agugendako. So thank you so much. Mwenna ba OBs ne ba OGs. We love you.
Everyone who's out there, please come to UMCAT. I believe you won't regret this. And maybe a word I would like to tell my fellow friends, my fellow youths out there. I'm a Form 6 Baptist. What you should do while you're doing everything, look at your goal, look at your passion, know what you want and separate it from what you want. Okay, know your passion and separate it from what others want you to be. Believe in yourself, because when you believe in yourself, you're going to be the greatest thing. I personally, my friends normally tell me, you have some weird confidence, you're confident, but I'm not confident. But sometimes when you're doing something you love, trust me, you get all that confidence from nowhere and then you do it. Sitting here hasn't been easy. I came nervous. I wasn't ready, but I had to believe in myself and sit here so that I can do something that is going to take me forward. And we should believe in ourselves and everything works out with God. And I believe I'm going to become a great journalist out there. Yeah, and I also love to thank Madam Jennifer. She's really been a good friend. For the time we've been together, we've laughed, we've shared laughing moments, we have been interacting. I really thank you so much. It's not for every celebrity to be interactive. But celeb abasinga bayinejo ni celebrity ne watwa naye for 1 hour tebajja kwebikuliranga bwe yakikola. I remember the first time we met, she was happy and she was like, "Hey, beautiful, how are you?" And I was like, "Oh my God, the full figure I know that people talk about is this one. Nakusabulira kuwera but she like welcomed me like a daughter. She welcomed me as a daughter, and I was really proud of that. And I would like to say it's been an honor, and I believe our friendship is going to continue. It's just the start of it. Thank you so much, everyone. I remain patient. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Namoya. Thank you, Jennifer. I'm so humbled. This is a generational gap, you can see. She's a daughter. Actually, my daughter is finished university. So literally, you are my third, fourth daughter, something like that. And Jennifer, I'm so humbled to see the other side of you, because I just see you on social media. And thank you for the motivation and being able to share your mind. It's very important. You know, hearing the Bible says that you have to hear the words, and you can hear you can only become born again after hearing the gospel. You can only hear the gospel through the word. So thank you. And I want to thank this institution for giving me the opportunity to come here and be part of this debate. It's not something that I can take for granted. I'm really humbled, Mr. Nkonge. It is important, she talked about networking. It's important to be able to help people in your network. And when they're doing something, they spontaneously think about your name. For creating hope. It's important. One of the reasons people don't want to come back to school, just as Jennifer says, is that stereotype. People being told that you're too old to be here. Why didn't you get the skills at the right time? You know? But giving people that cordial relationship that they feel at home, it is key. It is a sixth sense attribute. It's not a common, it's not a classroom thing. So thank you so much. And the audience, the technical guys. You know, my background, I'm used to people on cameras, but when I'm commanding, why not doing this? But I thank you that you've been so comfortable there. I know the issues of power, things not working out, networks, but thank you for being patient. Without you guys, we wouldn't have what we see on the screens. Thank you so much. And call me again. Thank you so much.